Hey, this is Oscar with Control Your Health and welcome to your at-home workout. This workout was designed for those of you that have not worked out before, want to test out your movement, see where you're at. It's also good if you've taken a break from working out and want to reintroduce healthy movement into your practice. Because this is an at-home workout, I want to invite you to my home. You don't need any equipment and just a little bit of space. But there's one important thing before we get started, and that is there's a difference between good pain and bad pain. Bad pain is pain in the joints, sharp stabbing pain, numbness or tingling. If you feel that kind of pain, stop what you're doing. Give us a call. We can help you out with clearing that up. Good pain, if you haven't worked out in a while, maybe with a soreness. Your muscles have been working, they haven't been used to doing that, and you may feel a little bit sore the next day. That might be okay, but only you can determine that. So just remember, good pain, bad pain. If it's bad, do not do it. So with that, follow along with our training and let me know if you have any questions. All right, are you ready to get started? Laying on your back, we're going to reset our body with some breathing. I like to pull on my head a little bit, get some traction, make the back of the neck long. We're going to take 30 seconds, really focus on taking a big inhale where the ribs expand, and that's why the hands are on the ribs, and a forceful exhale as the ribs come down. Again, you can go at your own pace here, but focusing on your breath, making the back of the neck long, ribs expanding, and coming back down, and also that surface of your back should stay on the floor. All right, great job with the breathing. Let's roll over to hands and knees, and before placing the hands on the floor, spread those fingers as far apart as you can. Try to create distance from your pinky to your thumb. You want to tuck the toes under you so that as you're rocking back and forth, you're not just stretching the wrist and your hand, but also your toes and the bottom of the feet. You can add some neck nods as you look up, look down, and continue rocking. This is a great movement to prepare the body for the next exercises that we're going to do, and a great overall warm-up. All right, moving on from here, we're going to move on to our big lunge with a thoracic rotation. You want to start off by placing the hands on the inside of the foot, and then the back leg is as straight as possible. Your inside arm is going to reach and grab your ribs from the other side, pull them across, and open up into a nice thoracic rotation. You're getting a big lunge stretch here. So one thing to think about is that from the top of your head to your tailbone, you are trying to make that as long as possible. You can do a gentle tug of war where the top of your head is going in one direction, that back leg is going in the opposite direction, and as always, do not forget to breathe. Big exhale as you rotate here. All right, the body's getting warmed up here. Let's continue with some glute bridges. You're on your back, palms are up. Take a big breath in, and when you exhale, let the ribs come down and in. You want your low back to be touching the floor before starting, and squeeze your butt to drive your hips up nice and high. You can pause for a second at the top. Your heels are pushing into the floor. Depending on the length of your legs, you may need to bring your feet forward or back a little bit. Just keep moving. And another option is to take your hands and actually grab your butt so you can feel the contraction in the right spot. Either way, you might as well love yourself first before you can love someone else. So go ahead and squeeze your butt, drive those hips up, keep exhaling on the way up and inhaling on the way down. Okay, we're going to keep moving with some crawling. Turn over back onto your hands and knees. The key with crawling is it's the opposite limbs that move. So if your right arm lifts, the left leg lifts, and the opposite. Fancy term called contralateral, where the opposite limbs are moving. Ton of benefit here when it comes to crawling. To make it more challenging, just slightly elevate the knees. Don't bring them up too high. Keep that back flat. And if this is a little bit too challenging, don't be afraid to just bring those knees down and do what we call baby crawling. You'll still get all of the benefits from it. It's just a little bit easier on the body. All right, our next step is to do some high knee marching. So let's stand up. High knee marching, opposite limbs are moving again. Knees, you want to bring them above the waist. Point those toes up towards your shin. Arms stay bent at 90 degrees. So you're basically mimicking a run in place. Put force into the ground with that down leg. It'll help bring the other knee up. And don't forget to keep breathing. If it's too easy, pick up the pace. If it is a little bit too challenging, just do nice and slow marching. All right, and you have earned a little bit of rest. Let's take some time and catch our breath. You'll notice that I'm in a toe sit. I just like to take advantage and stretch my toes when I rest, but that's not the important part. The important part is that you're breathing. Big inhales, big forceful exhales out. Even if you do this from laying down or in any position, all we're trying to do is recover from our previous exercises so that we can do the next set of movements to the best of our abilities. And I don't know what time it is. Thank goodness my director, Mimi Chan, is telling me I still have time for the 30-second rest. All right, I think I know what I'm doing now. We're going to do some toe touch squat. Toe touch squats are a great standalone exercise. The benefit is that we are pulling ourselves down into the squat and then standing up. It's a great way to retrain the squat pattern. If you're not able to get all the way to the bottom, don't be afraid to just bend your knees to where you can. Try to keep your back flat and then stand up from wherever you are at. Inhale on the down part, exhale as you stand. All right, let's get ready for some push-ups. Push-ups, spread those fingers, get the wrists right under the shoulders, and get yourself in a nice plank position. If you were to look at someone doing a push-up from the top position, they should look like an arrow. So those elbows are out at about 45 degrees. You want to inhale on the down part, exhale as you push up. And if you need to modify this, go ahead and bring your knees down, but do not let go of squeezing your butt and squeezing your stomach. You don't want to involve your lower back in a push-up. The last thing you'll notice is at the top of the push-up, I'm doing a little bit of shoulder protraction. So I'm letting the shoulder blade kind of roll forward by pushing harder into the ground. All right, let's stand up and prepare for some alternating lunges. Place your hands behind your head, pull your elbows back, get them active. Inhale as you step back and curl the toes under you. The length of your legs will determine how far back you go. But a good gauge for you is to have your knees end up being right under the hips as you step back. If you're finding this too challenging, instead of alternating, just do split squats. And what you need to do is get a rolled up mat, maybe some pillows, elevate that back knee as high as you need to in order to do good form. A lot of times we just find that it's a strength issue and not necessarily a knee issue. All right, you've earned another rest. Remember, you get into the position that you feel the most comfortable in. The key for the rest is we are recovering by using our breath. Inhale, exhale, take as much time as you need. Do some fast and loose drills where you're kind of shaking off any tension that you built. All right, and you'll notice that I'm super excited that our 30 seconds are up here. Let's keep moving. Let's go into some more toe touch squats. Remember our drill. Inhale as you squat down, exhale as you stand up. Try to get the arms on the inside of the knees. That helps push the knees out and puts the hips in a really good position. And continuously practice keeping your spine straight. That doesn't necessarily mean vertical. It just means getting your spine straight and long. All right, let's get back on the ground. Next round of push-ups. And let's remember for a push-up, you're basically just holding a plank and then bending your arms. The first priority is squeezing your stomach, squeezing your butt. So if you're starting to get tired, just hold the plank position. And remember, you can always modify this by bringing your knees down as long as you're not using that low back. You want to keep squeezing your booty, keep squeezing your stomach. All right, right back up into our second round of alternating lunges. If you are finding that this is too challenging, you can alternatively do just a split squat hold. Split squat hold is starting at that bottom position of the lunge and then just lifting the knee up to where you can, holding and coming right back down. If you're up to it, just keep moving, alternating. Just make sure that that knee stays right under the hips on the down position. All right, you've earned this for sure. Another 30 seconds of rest, focusing on your breathing. If you want to give the toe sit a try, go ahead. It's nice to get two things happening at the same time where I'm stretching the toes and also breathing. And don't forget to shake off any tension that you might have built up. Let's make our way back to the floor. We're going to do an elbow plank. Now the elbows want to be right under the shoulders. Again, almost like every other exercise. Squeeze your butt, squeeze your stomach. You want to make this harder. All you've got to do is imagine dragging your elbows towards your feet and your feet towards your elbows. You're increasing the intensity on a scale of 1 to 10. Get yourself up there to an 8. We're just holding it for a few more seconds. Keep breathing and make that back straight. We're going to alternate these planks with some glute bridges. Get yourself on your back again. Palms are up, thumbs push into the ground. Squeeze your butt to drive those hips up. Remember, inhale on the down part, exhale on the up. Let's keep on moving here. Abs are still working even for the hip bridge. No rest yet. Let's turn right back over to another plank. Remember, elbows are right under the shoulders. Get that back nice and straight. Squeeze your fist, squeeze your stomach, squeeze your butt. You want to make this harder? Drag those elbows towards your feet and your feet towards your elbows. If you're struggling, just try to maintain a nice straight plank here. Keep on breathing. And you've earned another rest. Let's do this rest in child's pose. So you want to sit your butt onto your heels, straighten out those arms. Your body's right on top of your thighs. So when you breathe in, you should feel the breath go to the back of the lungs. Let the back of the ribs expand. Keep on breathing. You've earned this rest. Nice slow inhale, long exhale. We've got another round of planks coming up, 30 seconds. Let's get the elbows under the shoulders. Legs are straight, back is straight. Squeeze your butt, squeeze your stomach, squeeze your fist. An important point about planks too is keep your face and neck relaxed. Even though everything else is tensing up, we want to control the tension in our neck and our face. Rolling on our backs again, hip bridges, glute bridges, whatever you want to call them. Your butt is working to bring those hips up. Palms are up, thumbs are pushing into the ground. Also, ears and shoulders away from each other. Don't let those shoulders start creeping up by the ears. And let's finish this set strong with one more plank. Elbows lined up right under the shoulders. Back is straight. Face and neck are relaxed, but we're going to squeeze our fists, squeeze our stomach, and squeeze our butt. And for those of you who want more intensity, drag your elbows towards your feet and your feet towards your elbows. Excellent job with those planks. One more child's pose rest. Let's get a little tug of war here where the fingertips are going forward and your hips are going back. Remember, you want to bring your breath to the back of the lungs and let the back of the ribs expand. Forceful exhale out. All right, and here's the last bit of rest before we do 5 exercises in a row. We're going to finish out this training session strong, and we are going back to, what the heck, push-ups again. Seriously though, push-ups are an awesome exercise. Remember that if you're getting tired, just hold a good plank position. If you need to modify, bring those knees to the floor. But if you can force out a few more push-ups, we've only got 15 more seconds to go. Inhale on the way down, exhale on the way up. And you'll notice that I really rely on my breath to give me a good cadence and help me get through the last few reps of the push-ups. Let's make our way up to standing. We're going to prepare for some squats. Get your feet in the right position for your squat. Make sure that your back is nice and straight. Take a big breath in to prepare yourself. Exhale it out. Now as you squat, you want to push the knees out but keep the feet flat on the floor. Inhale on the way down, exhale on the way up. And at the bottom of the squat, if you can get those hips to be just below the knees, hold it there for a second. It'll keep the legs under constant tension and make the exercise a bit more effective. Here are the last few squats. Finish strong. Remember, strong plank at the top. Excellent. Now let's work our way back down to the floor. We're going to do another elbow plank. Remember, elbow is right under the shoulders. We've been moving in and out of a plank throughout this entire session. So squeeze your fists, squeeze your butt, squeeze your stomach. And remember, keep the face and neck relaxed as you're doing the plank. If you want to make this more intense, drag those elbows towards the feet, feet towards the elbows. We've got about 15 more seconds starting right now. Hold this plank. All right, finishing the plank strong. We're going to turn over onto our backs. We're going to work on one of the best core exercises, which is a dead bug. Number one goal here is to drive that low back into the ground. Your knees start up, elbows are up, and then the opposite limbs move out. You inhale as you come in, exhale as you come out. But again, the number one goal here is drive that low back hard into the ground. All right, let's get our last rep of the dead bug. We're going to stand up. Here's the last exercise. It is called a reverse burpee. No jumping involved. I'm not a huge fan of burpees, but the reverse burpee is very beneficial. You're going to squat down, walk yourself into a push-up. Oh my gosh, another push-up. Then walk yourself back into a squat and stand up. You can do these fast or slow as long as you maintain that technique. See, walking back into a full squat, standing up strong, squatting all the way down, and then walking into another push-up. And that's it. You are done in 20 minutes. Full home workout routine, no equipment required. I can tell you that me voicing over the recording was actually harder than the workout. I stumble a lot with my words, so I apologize. But I do want to thank you for listening to my voice, but also doing the workout. And if you need any help with any of your fitness needs, do not hesitate to reach us at www.controlyourhealth.net. Thank you again, and hope you're having a great day.